Should you be looking to sell your entire MUT team before the Christmas morning market crash and possibly buy them back? And I'm actually going to answer that question right away because we got a lot to talk about. The answer really is no. Now, there are a few cards we're going to talk about in this video that you should look to sell, but for the most part, your team should be staying put. We're going to break down what is going to happen Christmas morning, why the market is going to do what it is, and really go through some cards you should actually be looking to buy before Christmas morning. So getting right into things, Christmas morning, of course, presents do open up sometime between 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. West Coast time. And there is going to be a market crash, right? The endless supply of cards from these presents is going to outweigh the demand for cards for a short amount of time. But you have to understand, and I'm going to try to explain this like I'm talking to a kindergartner that has never played MUT before. We have in the game what is known as the TVP. And the TVP, in terms of math, and this is a fact, this is not, some guesses, it's not an opinion. The training variety pack is profitable, break even or better, all right, if you roll, a considerable amount of rerolls at 4.5 per training and below. So, in essence, if you buy training below 4.5, you are consistently going to break even or make profit on the TVP over time. And the key really about this is the TVP is in the game in the store after Christmas. The TVP is not changed by the current market rate. You are not really getting cards that sell for training in the TVP. For the most part, you are going to be getting cards that are platinum players that quick sell for coins. The 88 overall card is always going to quick sell for 200,000 coins. That does not change if the market has crashed in half. That 88 is still going to quick sell for 200k. It's not going to move. Its value is not going to change. So the return rate in terms of coins you get back on a basis when it comes to the TVP is not going to change if the trading market does crash. As long as you roll under 4.5 per, you are going to make profit. So taking this information, I think you guys can understand where I'm going with this. Yes, the market is going to crash. Training is probably going to go down to 2.5, 3 per, especially if a certain present gives out only one player. That player is going to be flooded onto the market. But you have to understand that the player base is going to buy training back up to that 4.5 to 5 per number very, very fast, because it's a loophole. It is unlimited coins if you buy training under 4.5 per. So personally, I think the training market crash, the market crash as a market crash in terms of training, the bulk of the market is only going to be down in price, I would say under 4 per for 15 to 30 minutes. Because the process of actually rolling the TVP, remember last year, we had a training demand, and the reason why the market rebounded was we had a reroll where we do the reroll, put the cards into a set, sell the set player, eventually you would pull an LTD and make profit. This year, that process has been shortened, I would say, not even in half, but way more than that. All you have to do is buy a card in the auction house, and you have the training to roll the TVP. So it's going to take instead of it being a 10 to 15 minute process, it's a 3 to 4 second process of buying training and knowing you can make coins from that training. Another thing that I think is flying over people's heads, and they're not really realizing this, is there's probably going to be less supply than ever put on the market for Christmas morning. That being, people that do roll the presents Christmas morning are probably more inclined to just quick sell them and roll the TVP themselves than actually list the cards in the auction house. They'd be saving so much time, and quite honestly, when I roll my presents Christmas morning, I'm probably going to quick sell a lot of them and roll the TVP when Zero Chill Part 3 and Zero Chill Part 4 drop. So to simplify the entire Christmas morning market crash, for the trading market, which is the bulk of the market, most cards are trading discard, the market will crash and it will go down. I don't really know the number it will go down to, but the market is going to rebound very, very fast. And if you are not on, and for the most part, right, it's Christmas morning, you guys should be spending time with your family. If you are not able to get on in that 15 to 30 minute window, it might even be shorter than that, you're going to notice if you log on late in the afternoon, right, in the evening, you'll be like, okay, my cards have dropped a little bit, but if I were to sell them, the tax would kind of kill a lot of that saving. And the other thing, the last little thing I'll talk about is I also think your time is going to be better served if you're going to buy the card in that 15 to 30 minute window where, if you're on, you could potentially sell your team, try to buy them back. but I think you would save more coins and make more coins possibly if you go out and buy the cards that have crashed the most rather than just trying to save 25k to 50k on specific cards that fit your team. Moving over now to your team and taking this information and knowing this information that the trading market is going to rebound back to, at least 4.5, most likely going to 5 to 5.5 per, which is kind of where it's at right now. Most of the cards that you guys have, especially if you have like all Madden guys, I would say, certain legends, a lot of your team is going to be closer to that trading discard mark for each of their overalls than significantly higher. The players you are going to want to sell are the players that are significantly above trading. If you have, for example, I know like Derek Johnson, Team of the Week, 95 overall. He's going for 700k as a 95 overall. We know we're getting, a medium Team of the Week present. His set most likely is going to be a lot cheaper to complete. So he's a card, right, that I would look to sell for 700k. That's just one example, though. You can go like if you have a 94 overall that goes for 600k plus, 550 plus. I would look to sell their card. The one question mark that I just don't really know, I don't have an answer for you, really is a judgment call, is going to be Zero Chill and Ghost players, because they are the best cards in the game. And when people go to buy back their team or build their team Christmas morning, Zero Chill and Ghost players are going to be at the top, at the priority mark when it comes to demand wanting their cards. The only issue is we don't really know if there is a present that is going to give the supply of Ghost cards and Zero Chill cards onto the market. If there is a present, they're going to drop a little bit, right? 95 overall cards going for 650, 700k. The Ghosts are. They're going to have to drop a little bit. I would say, and this is more, I wish we could turn back the clock. You really shouldn't have bought any Ghost or Zero Chill players, at least in the past few days. You should be waiting until Sunday just to see. Most likely, they're going to be dropping a little bit. The non-LTDs. We're going to get into the LTDs, but Ghost cards wise, I just wouldn't buy any until Sunday. If you have them on your team, I don't really have an answer to whether you should sell, because if there is no Ghost of future, past, or present gift, there's no Zero Chill gifts at all, right? I don't see the cards moving that much because their demand is going to be super, super high. People are going to be building their teams around these players. So yeah, that's kind of the only, I don't really have an answer, but if you have any, right, legends, Team of the Week cards, any cards, Redux especially, that are significantly above trading. If you have like a 94 overall Redux card that is going for 550 to 600k, I would probably sell it. There might not be a Redux gift, but a lot of people are going to be rolling the TVP Christmas morning, and I expect all Redux players to be going for trading this card at some point throughout, not only I would say Sunday, but even Monday. Yeah, they're going to be going very cheap. All right, so we covered for the most part, right? You should keep your team, sell the players that are, super, super expensive pretty much as it is. Now, what players should you be looking to buy before Christmas morning? And this is really an investment, but if you want these cards for your team, you need to go out and actually buy them right now. And that is going to be LTDs. We talked about this going into the Blitz market crash. LTDs, especially ones that are in high demand, that are going to be the best at their position. People are going to want to build their teams around these certain LTDs. They go up in price during that buyback period because there is no more supply of these cards. Unlike, normal cards that are coming out of presents, they're going to have an endless supply in the market. They are going to be flooded, whereas the LTDs, really the only transaction being made for LTDs is people are just buying them on the auction house. No, not a lot of people are going to be looking to sell their LTDs Christmas morning. If they're going to sell their LTDs, they would have done it before Christmas. So just to give some few examples of the Blitz market crash, a similar right buyback period, right? Allen, the left guard, not going to say his last name, the 93 LTD right left guard, sorry, not right guard, left guard. He went all the way from around 415,000 coins. He was around 500k going into Blitz. He'd been out of packs for a few days. He got all the way up, I want to say, to 700 to 750k. Zach Martin, the right guard, went from 485k when he was first in packs. He went all the way up to 800k because these cards were the best at their selective position. Even some smaller LTDs, I know Casey Hayward went from 400k to 500k. Simple guys like even Keith Jackson and Bobby Bell, LTDs that weren't really that popular. They went from 400k and they were kind of hovering around 440, 450 before Blitz. During the Blitz market crash, during that buyback period, people went to go buy their teams all the way up to 500k. You're going to notice a lot of the 95 LTDs. You don't have to worry about 95s getting redux. That really won't happen until we get 96 overalls, and I do not expect that to happen until early January. So if you have any 95 overall LTDs you do want on your team, make sure you buy them now because they will be more expensive Christmas morning. Shoot, I can throw it back to last year Christmas. Ghost LTDs went up a ton from when they were in packs to out of packs to Christmas morning. Tim Tebow, it was, I think I want to say 400k all the way up to 650. Micah Parsons, 430k all the way up to 750, 800k. Devontae Adams, 550k all the way up to 900,000 coins. Right, we take a look at the Ghost LTDs right now. Kenneth Walker, 450k, fastest running back in the game. You need to get your hands on that card if you do want him. I love him as an investment. Patrick Mahomes, I don't love it as an investment, but you could buy him in the low 600s. He's not going to be that price Sunday morning. And then Antonio Cromartie, the card I am in love with. He's below 700k. You can pick him up for 650 right now. He is not going to be that price Christmas morning. I promise you. I know also you guys might have questions. Oh, Cromartie and Patrick Mahomes are going to be the two player present gifts. I'm here to tell you, if you've made it this far in this video, you do get this information. I've been told the player presents are unique new cards. Now, I don't know the cards, but they are going to be new players. So you don't have to worry about Cromartie or Patrick Mahomes being flooded onto the market Christmas morning. Make sure you get Cromartie. You know, if you want to pass on them because you think I may be wrong or I got bad intel, I could be wrong, right? But go get Cromartie. Trust me, I have already bought 13 of them at the time of this recording. Go get yourself a Cromartie because he is not going to stay under 700k for Christmas morning. All right, I think that wraps it up for everything I did want to cover. I just wanted to give, because I mean, it's been a very popular question of, should I sell my entire team? Go into present. Should I sell my entire team? Look to buy them back Christmas morning. But for the most part, the market is going to rebound at a very, very fast rate. Yes, your players, your entire team is probably going to lose a little bit of value, but the tax of selling cards is going to kill you. And I think your time is better served if you do go out and, buy cheap training and look to roll TVPs at a discounted rate. I went through the LTDs. We got all that done. Tomorrow's video, we're going to be covering what I'm actually going to be looking to buy Christmas morning. Really my whole Christmas morning, Christmas day plan when it comes to the market, when I'm opening presents and all that fun stuff. Pretty much this is the first of a 2 video sequence that I am uploading before Christmas morning. But if you have any questions, comment below, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.